Okay, Sunday Night Football in Kansas City against the 7-3 Chiefs, who are first in the league in points, offensive points scored, almost last in passing, and sixth in the league in rushing. The defense is just kind of mid throughout. Our game plan is going to be stop the outside run and blitz counter, is what they suggested. Still leading the division at 7-4, third seed in the NFC. Nobody's standing out here. Let's take a look at our injury report, their injury report. Okay, May should be back next week. Merrig is out for another 3 weeks after this. Chiefs. Okay, Chris Jones is out. That helps us. Logan Taylor, their rookie, is out. I don't know if he's their starter. Denson, defensive tackle Roach. We'll take a look at their depth chart. I am studying Deontay Banks at free safety. Um, the guy just signed. What's his name? Hicks, number 21. Yeah, Hicks. He's not going to be. He'll just back up the free safety. You're going to see Nomura playing on the field. I had to move some of the free safety so I could start the game. Let's look at the Chiefs here. Patrick Mahomes, Pacheco, Rasheed Rice, Worthy. I really hope we can stop someone. Noah Gray, Josh Simmons. Oh, he's out. So it's going to be Walsh. This guy's pretty good damn good center there. Damn good right guard. Alright, so pretty good offensive line. We do tend to get pressure as the game goes on. Defensive tackle is their weak spot on defense. I don't really need to go look further to know that sucks. McDuffie's a pretty damn good corner. Bryce Young is starting for us. Alright. I think that covers it. We're not going to go through anything more too extravagant. We're just going to get this Sunday night game started. I need to really set this default here.
It's week 12 of the 2026 season, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Panthers and the Chiefs under the lights on Sunday night.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Whether weather starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
Third and short, here's Mahomes. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Finds his man, Gray. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. First down, ball at the 36. Pistol now for Mahomes. And someone slipped in. It's intercepted.
Get past him, bro. Get past him.
And the Panthers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love,
remember,
Kate, in this game of adjustments.
The stats here are through 8.5 games.
Who's going to respond next?
So here come the Panthers now for
8.5
their opening
games.
drive.
That's why I benched
They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback. That high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
Second down carry for Taylor. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds a man right side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They're now set for 1st and 10. Play action now, Young. Called in left side. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Young working from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And he is the NFL leader in rushing yards as we work through November. He's hoping an excellent season can continue as such here. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That stop made by Derek Brown. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's a give up the middle now to their fullback. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. They'll motion a tight end left. First down throw, Mahomes. Hauled in by Gray. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Hauled in by Rice. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They motion a receiver left. A 2nd down run by Pacheco. Jukes out a one-stop. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, and they go right back to him. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. A lot of players around this
shit,
one,
that's
and
two
it is
for him.
intercepted. Tremaine Edmonds has it.
Man, these
Well,
quarterbacks
Brock,
are
they
just
get an
fucking
early
it up today.
opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be their last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most important, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
Now for the second time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular
Yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Third down, 1 yard to go. Young on the play action. Caught for big yards on the right side.
He doesn't have the speed.
And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45. Taylor now up the middle. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, Young. To the sideline it goes. He's got it beyond the marker. Looks like he stayed in as well. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first.
T-Mac
It's
is
second
just a
down.
non-fucking factor in this offense for some reason.
Throwing now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Sticking to the air, it's Young. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Up, there he is.
This game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Oh, fuck.
4th down, Young.
This is never good.
Finds Sanders. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
You go
Hey,
for
at
it on
least it
4th
wasn't
down.
an
It's got to be something from the
interception
short
or
list of
quarterback
plays you
fumble.
expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
The Chiefs back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. They motion the tight end over. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first. Looking to throw Mahomes. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they face 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe. That's good for 7 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes completes this one to Rice. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. 2nd and 10 now. Connects with Wiley. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop
What is he
Warner
always
to the
doing
NFL,
with his right hand there, dude?
everybody on the field thinking the same thing.
What's that like?
Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot? As
Come
you
on,
end up
get him.
just
Yes,
short on
stop
3rd
that
down?
at.
And the hit stuffs him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against
It's like
a
the
pass
coaches got together
or
before
a
the
run.
game and said, look,
Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole
We're not
defense
kicking it
crashing you
today.
right off the snap.
The Carolina offense headed out now. By this point, partner, they're through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 1st down.
A 1st and 5 to begin this drive following the penalty. Back to throw. Here's Young. That's going to be caught by Evans. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll run here following the penalty. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield.
pretty sure he was
And
down.
they pick it up. Time to push for that marker.
Oh, look,
Call it
T-Mac
7
came up with
yards,
the
and now
ball
they'll have
somehow.
2nd down and 3. They bring a tight end in motion right. Now a handoff to Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
That's what I
And
like
he's
to see.
tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Panthers driving ahead. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap now to Young.
Come on, dude. Go to fucking Tet, bro.
His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw. And
He
it'll
was
be 3rd and
streaking.
5 coming up. Young working from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Okay, please run the ball.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route
Take some
concept
time off.
sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. To the air on first down, Young. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's going to be second down.
Out the clock, though.
Still sticking with the passing game.
Bro.
And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now they'll throw out of the gun.
Damn it.
Oh my,
That is fucking, this game is horrible.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it
Man,
off.
we need a quarterback so bad.
The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
80 yards, 3 timeouts. 2-minute drill.
A tight end in
Patrick
motion
Mahomes.
now. First down throw, Mahomes. Wiley hulls it in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Fires right away, but incomplete.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Mahomes trying to get here on 2nd and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Oh, fuck.
Now, hang on. Looks like somebody came out after
Okay.
that play, a little shaken up. Not
Well, at
sure
least
we
he's
saw
not going to the
exactly
locker
what
room.
happened, but he'll get some assistance now. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Bernard Snyder's in. See how he does. Number 6 there at the
Motioning
bottom.
the tight end now.
least
Mahomes
show,
on
like-
1st and 10. Hauled in by Rice. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
At least show like
Chiefs
you
in the hurry-up,
somewhat
trying to get
belong.
everyone to the line. Back to the air, Mahomes.
Okay.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Brown with a return here. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. So that brings us to halftime here in KC. It's the Chiefs who've got the advantage heading into the locker room. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Spencer Rattler, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Geno Smith leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. And one final game to highlight. We wrap things up on Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the LA Chargers and the Denver Broncos.
Again.
If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter.
I feel like Jack the Snack Plumber played
He'll
better
bring it out
last
from a
year.
couple yards deep. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action now. Young. He's going to push one deep down the right. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, Young. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Oh my God, this is horrible.
Now it's Young. Gets this to Sanders. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Oh, Sporting's back.
Run from Pacheco to start the half. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. To the air, Mahomes. Pacheco
Get him to
holds it
more,
in.
yes.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative.
And they take him to the ground, but he's going to have some good news as he's helped up here. We've got a flag down, and this one likely isn't going to count. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 5 for him after the penalty. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Damn, is that their first punt?
Trying to find his tight end. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Kansas City sends out its punt team. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. The Panthers and Xavier Legette with the football once again. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Young on the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be second down. Now Young. He finds Sanders. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on third down. Back to throw. Here's Young.
Get rid of it, bro.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
That's fielded at the 46. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Motioning one of the tight ends. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Has his man, it's Pacheco. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Come on.
Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up third down.
That's a touchdown, man, if you catch it.
Here's Mahomes.
Please
He
fucking
fires
hit me.
one deep down the right. Brought in inside the 20. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Here's a toss to Pacheco, and he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Hauled in by Gray. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Back to throw, Mahomes. This one's caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call
just don't have an
situational
answer
football.
unless
You
he's
spend
throwing an
all week
interception.
working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Looking to throw Mahomes. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Again, Mahomes to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down. Throwing again, Mahomes.
Jesus.
The back's got it. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after.
Man, I have zero
Right down
faith
the middle. It's good.
in our quarterbacks right now.
And the Chiefs make it a 10-point ball
I
game.
almost think Daniel Jones would do better.
The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Panthers set to take the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points
what
for
a
their team in this
disappointment.
low-scoring affair. Drive starts
Let me
out with a
guess,
first
play
and 10.
action, throw into double coverage.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Oh, wow. Tet
That
finally
pass complete to
did
McMillan.
something.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's
Dude,
a lot
if he
simpler
would
and
fucking have
easier
thrown that
when you count on
accurately,
the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
That's a huge game.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Young on first and 10. Gets everything he has
shit.
under this throw.
Damn it.
And disaster
cover.
averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And now it's second down. Young working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Chiefs in a nickel set for this third down call. Sticking to the air, it's Young. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. Carolina in punt formation. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He lets a heater go deep. Oh,
There
brother,
you go,
it's
there you go.
another interception. And the Panthers will take
All right,
over
come on,
as he
Bryce.
records his first interception of our season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth cake down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the third interception, man, he is killing his team.
Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Here's a give to Taylor. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still first down.
Now, a great way for the offense to start the drive, Brock. A free 5 yards, and now a much shorter first down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Here's Taylor. And And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. So now here's 3rd and 5. Young looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Alright, I'm putting
They
in.
haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock.
I want to see Daniel Jones
Physicality
against
just like
this defense.
Usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday
Why
night.
the fuck did they switch?
It's Chiefs football trying
directions?
to carry this lead across the finish line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Right back to Pacheco. And he's got a decent gain before being brought
Let
down.
me guess. 3rd and 2.
5 yards on the play. They could just
They're
do
gonna
that
run
again.
it.
3rd and 2 coming
But
up.
this is where they break it. Long run.
Trying to get it with the option here. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Now pass play. Here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. One of the tight ends motioning right. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Oh,
Pass
God.
complete to Wiley. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. To the air, Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And they take him down right along the 30. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Tight end going in motion here. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Back to the air, Mahomes. This throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moments. He's at the 1. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Another throw for Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can and certainly was effective.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs take a 3-possession lead. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. First down, throw by Jones. And a man is there to knock that away. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And it sets up second down. Working from the gun, here's Jones. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. On third and long, it's Jones. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll run now with Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. He finds space into the red zone. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. And because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. It was there. He just couldn't corral it. It's 2nd and goal. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back. Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. On 1st down, it's Jones to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that 1st down marker. 3rd down, Jones to throw. Pass complete to Hubbard. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Again, Jones to the air. He's on the move. He's on the move.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Give him 3 on that gain. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception and just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Buys time, rolling right. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Jones now on 3rd down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Panthers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. They need a lot here, but still going for it on 4th and 15. Here's Jones to throw. Throw caught by his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. And absolutely no chance of getting the yards he needed. He's brought down well short, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he takes this in to the 40-yard line before going down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
It's Pacheco again. And this one does not go far. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be Panthers football. Another drive coming up for this offense. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome
these
already
guys
decided.
suck.
Jones on 1st down. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. Jones looking to throw. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. One final shot here.
That's
And
fitting.
after some relocating there, Brock, they track him down away from the pocket. So score this a win for the Chiefs. And a lot to be happy with on both sides of the
I think it's the
football.
first
As
shutout
they come away with a
since
total
I've been
team victory
GM.
in this one. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports.
When both your quarterbacks suck,
It's a win for the
I
Chiefs,
think
as
it's
we
just
say
time
so
to,
long from
I don't
Kansas
know,
City.
man. I guess we're just going to have to start Bryce. And put in Daniel Jones if we feel like he can do better. Man. See, this is why, dude. Winning season, leading the division, it still feels like we're just losing. Left and freaking right. I'm not even going to bother looking at anything. Let's see here. Going in to face the fucking Bucks, man. As they basically, now they're leading the division. Damn it. And we have a serious problem at quarterback. Bryce, I'll just keep playing Bryce. Alright, I think that'll do it. Till next time.